just want to also say that I know some people might not think this is engineering because it's very similar to physics, but engineering is physics in a way, but this is very much an engineering problem from an engineering textbook. So just to let you guys know, when you are going into engineering, there are some basic classes that people have to take no matter what field of engineering you're in. So the first one is statics, and the other one is dynamics. So right now we're going to do dynamics. I won't really go into what they mean, but yeah. Okay, so let's read the problem. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. So it says, the catapult is used to launch a ball such that it strikes the wall of the building at the maximum height of its trajectory. If it takes 1.5 seconds to travel from A to B, determine the velocity VA at which it was launched, the angle of the release, theta, and the height h. And then they give a picture. So as you can see, this is like the ball, and it's being launched on this thing, and it was right here, and now it went a little bit up to launch it this way. So it launches the ball, and this is its trajectory. So as you can imagine, once it hits the wall right here, the velocity at B equals 0 because I don't know if you guys know, cosine of theta is adjacent over hypotenuse, and sine theta is opposite over hypotenuse. So you know that it's cosine because this component is adjacent to this angle. It's right next to it. And you know that VAY is sine because velocity at B is 0. So it doesn't matter